Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are back to talk about Martell and Martell's narcissism, Martell's lack of accountability, Martell's gaslighting, Martell's manipulation, Martell. I called this out. I had been called this out, you guys. Let me say this first and foremost. Any of y'all, either you personally have went through a situation with a Martell in your life, or you know somebody that went through a situation with a Martell in their lives. Whether it is a family member, like I said, yourself, a friend, a coworker, a colleague, somebody you know at least one Martell in your life. And what happens with a Martell, you can see the entire script play out from day one. This man takes zero accountability for what has happened. He doesn't feel that cheating on his ex-wife was a big deal. He doesn't believe impregnating his concubine multiple times while he was married to his ex-wife was a big deal. In fact, he sat there on that reunion stage for LAMH talking about how other couples would counsel him and give him advice that Mel should stay and just quote-unquote deal with it. And Martell was never going to change. No. Like, I feel like, you know, there's either there's history being rewritten, or people have amnesia, or people have forgotten the menace that Martell is. The absolute menace and ultimate F-boy Martell is. He is not going to change and never was going to change, you guys. So when I did the video several hours ago about Martell posting old content from 2024, trying to get a congratulations and a participation trophy for being a dad, I knew there was more where that came from. I knew it was going to pop up one way or the other that Martell had been on this internet in conjunction with him trying to post, I'm a good dad, you know, look at me, don't believe what they say in the courts, don't believe what they say on reality TV, don't believe my ex-wife. No. I knew something would pop up because Martell is a fan of the manosphere. Martell is red pill coded. Martell was a huge fan of the late Kevin Samuels, y'all. So I knew one way or the other, once somebody came out that was going to identify with Martell and how Martell could utilize this to victimize himself, that his true colors once again would be on full display, and it would completely refute those pick-me's in the comments on Martell's post talking about, I like this version of you, they had it all wrong about you, you're just trying to be a good dad and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No! He only wanted to post pictures of his children that he has with Mel now that he has lost the case, now that his custody has decreased. So now that you go from 50-50 custody to, you know, very last custody, less than 50% custody now, 1 day a week and a couple weekends out the month, you want to still show that you're a present father. No. And specifically, you want us to ignore the incidents that have taken place this year alone with, allegedly, your kids, right? So nonetheless, what has happened? There is a gentleman, and I'm not too familiar with his content, but he is called Tony the Closer, you guys. And Tony the Closer, and Martell has been heavy on his page because Tony the Closer even did a response to a previous Martell comment where he basically said, or he just left from knocking her up. That's it. So I guess that is in reference to his concubine. I guess that's shade to her. So nonetheless, though, there was a post that this Tony the Closer gentleman had made that Martell had liked and commented on, and said the following, said they judged me for cheating, but stayed quiet when she lied to the world. So of course Martell is going to resonate with this foolishness. Using the police against a black man who has never been violent towards you because he exposed the truth is lower than low. I ain't perfect, but I'm not the monster they tried to make me out to be, right? So obviously, men in the comments are going to resonate with this and are looking for people to excuse the harm, the cheating, the disrespect, and all of the things that they did to their ex-wives or their ex-girlfriends and everything else, and are heavy in the comments. But what we're going to focus on is Martell and his gaslighting of it all. So Martell had left a couple of comments, you guys. And I am not shocked by the foolishness of it all. I am not shocked by any of this coming from Martell. So Martell's first comment was shaking my head, aka SMH. Similar situation. We have to start calling these women out in the MFing beginning, before they can even build up the courage to lie to the world. I was too late on, quote, speaking my truth, and the people spit me out, but F them with an exclamation point. So basically, already off jump, already off the rip, Martell feels away and feels he should have did more to, quote unquote, silence Mel, to, quote unquote, push his narrative further first, so that people would not believe anything that Mel said or did as it pertained to Martell. And he feels as though he is the victim in all of this. No. But it doesn't stop there, because Tony the Closer replied and said, I still can't believe this SHIT done got to this point the way I treated this woman. So then Martell responds again and says, bro, as men, we gotta make sure it's the women who's crazy and clingy over us. No. Oh, like your concubine that's still crazy and clingy over you all these years later, a decade plus in. No. Not the other way around. We already protect, pay for everything. Oh, this is, so what do you pay for, Martell? Is what I want to know. Because your ex-wife did not request any child support from you, any alimony or spousal support from you. And what did you pay for when allegedly, according to the court documents, she had to send over DoorDash when the kids were with you? Because you ain't got it. You didn't have the financial to take care of all your kids like that. So I'm trying to figure out how you already protect. When did you allegedly pay for everything if even when you were married to Mel? Mel was the brains behind the operation. She was the one making you look good, sir. And spoil their ASS. Who did you spoil, Martell? For them to have us hooked and clingy to HELL, no. Don't even treat them like a prize anymore. This ISH has gone to their heads. And it's the audacity for me. It really is the audacity. So they tagged Bondi Blue, y'all. And y'all know Bondi Blue is going to stay on Martell's neck no matter what. And she even responded with laughing emojis and said, I wish y'all would stop lying to yourselves. Because at what point is men going to say out here that, we should make sure that we don't treat them right anymore. We don't treat them like the prize. We are the prize. What? No. And this makes sense as to why the concubine has no self-respect for herself and is still going to cling on to whatever crumbs Martell gives her, because Martell is mad that his foolishness and his behavior towards his ex-wife did not lead to her staying with him. Then there was another comment that said, seriously, it's giving delusional because they can't believe these chicks won in their get back. I always warn my roster, play with me if you want to, and I will have the last laugh. Women are calculated, and men, they just be out here doing SHIT with no thought, shaking my D head. And then also somebody else, there's obviously people who are going to agree. So Tony Closer was back again talking about, dog, you spitting facts on this SHIT. They literally benefit off us. Don't bring SHIT, but entitlement and victimization. What? Martell, we would not know of your existence if it wasn't for the show. And whose idea was it for the show? Who brought this idea to Carlos King to feature y'all on the O Network? Make it make sense. And then somebody else replied to Martell saying, I know you effing lying, with laughing emojis. Please stop and do not give this man advice, please. You are the problem, sir. He needs advice from a man that does not cheat on their wife, and that is not you. This is hilarious of you, with laughing emojis. And then somebody else said, Martell, stop. You lost your best, BITCH. Now, child, well, why do we have to do that? And then also somebody else replied, or make outside babies, a lot of nerve. We can see who the breadwinner was. And then somebody else replied to Martell saying, I actually felt for you because the public tried to barbecue you, but this comment is sounding really bitter. How about find your true person and be honest and open? This is a new day, and there is a lot of women who would welcome a second woman, so there is no cheating involved. Of course there are people who would allow a second woman, so that but it's still cheating. Y'all want to label it open relationship. Y'all want to label it all of these things. At some point, somebody is more drawn to one of the other people in the quote unquote open relationship, which is where the problems arise. But nonetheless, that's a whole nother conversation, right? That's a whole nother conversation. It's really Martell having the audacity for me. And I know he was going to show his behind. Because everything that Martell does is calculated. There is always a method to his madness. And when things do not go his way, he starts, complaining on the internet about it. He starts losing his mind about it. He starts going crazy over it. So I knew from jump posting the kids was a performative mess starting on Halloween. That it was a performative mess. And some people ate it up. And I was confused because I was like, why are y'all falling for Martell's stuff again? This is clockwork. This is the same man that did not want his ex-wife to post the kids. This is the same man who pulled the kids from being on TV when his ex-wife left him for good. This is the same one that complained about anybody posting his kids on social media. This is the same person that allowed his concubine to taunt the people on the internet about her posting their child together. And he was not posting his kids. But now that the custody has decreased for him significantly, He wants to try to show the world he's a good dad. Meanwhile, he is hanging out in the red pill manosphere sector and identifying with men who have cheated on their girls, who have disrespected their girls, and are mad at their girls for going to the police, right? And I believe there was another post on Tony the Closer's page about, how, it's wrong to believe women, you need to believe men. No. Right? And Martell is liking all of these posts, basically feeling as though he was betrayed. He is the victim, but he had been doing this all along. When Mel exposed his cheating, Martell tried to put out there that she cheated. When the ABUSE was exposed, Martell tried to flip it on Mel and had the audacity to take footage to Tasha K of after his gaslighting to paint a narrative. Everything was tit for tat because he was not anticipating Mel to leave him for good. And now that things have not worked out for him, he missed his own date for preference of filming a reality show. He missed his own court date. And he needed to answer for certain things that were taking place that led up to that court date that were incidents that would impact his custody. And he chose a reality show over his kids. And now he is on the internet playing victim. Playing as though it is everybody else's fault but his own. Make it make sense! So there is that. That is it. That is all. Es todos es finito for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.